752. 753. 754. 755. Oh, yeah. Gotta get that burn. I'm tired of being skinny. God dang it. I'm tired of being skinny. 8,001. 8,002. 8,003. Oh, yeah. Gotta breathe. 8,004. 8,005. 8,006. One more. 8,007. Yeah. Woo! Oh, yeah. About to be buff. Woo! Go tell your favorite content creator I'm almost fighting ready. I'm almost in my fighting weight. That I'm ready to box somebody that's 60 and older. Okay. Maybe Joe Biden. I'll box Joe Biden for charity. I will box Joe Biden for charity. Hats for sale. What's up, man? Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. Guys, welcome. I'm excited. This will not be an extremely long live. Much love to you all. Lou Valentino, what's up? Much love to that guy. Whoa, you can't just work out like that. Do 8,000 with one hand and almost 800 with the other hand. It's almost impossible. Kids, do not try that at home, all right? But do me a favor, please. Hit the like button if you could. It's 300 something people here. I don't see 300 likes. Please do me a favor and hit the like button. I am going to ask, I'm about to post a poll right now to make sure that you guys, 3,000, man. See, you liked. Much love to you all. Thank you so much for clicking play, guys. Y'all are amazing. Y'all can do anything with your time, anything with your day. I appreciate you guys pulling up and saying, yo, Van, I'm here with you for a couple of minutes, a couple of hours, but I'm here, or I'm just swinging through to say, hey, I'm just swinging by to say what's up. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. For anybody with the donations, thank you so much. We won't be live for 5 hours like we was yesterday, okay? Not at all. Not at all. Okay. Hopefully I don't make anybody upset. But if it do, you know what I mean? I honestly don't even know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. All right. So I'm trying to make sure my GPU and CPU and everything is on point right now. It's going up and down really quickly. It's acting crazy. But I just want to say to you all, thank you so much for clicking play. Please let me know. And shout out to Lou Valentino for this right here. This brother, he's dope. Let me know where y'all from in the comments. That would be dope, so I can know where we're coming from before we move forward. I see we got South Dakota in here. What's up, Matthew? Much love to Matthew. We got Diana from Cali. What's up, Cali? Welcome to DC, Cali. Hey, Angel. See, that's Angel right there. Angel is a beast. That's my homie. Right there. Yeah, y'all let me know where y'all from in here. Tim Matthews, West Texas. We got somebody from London, Tommy 97. What's up, Tommy? What's up, Suburban, Philly, SSOSM. Much love to you. Colorado Springs, Dennis Rosas. Shout out to Dennis Rosas. We got the one and only Stormy from Western New York. Okay, we got Brooklyn in the building. We got Bronx in the building. We got Maryland, obviously. Rico Jones and DJ are both from Florida. Blake Harrison is my neighbor in VA. We got Las Vegas in here, shaking them dice. What's up, Sandra Ward? Much love to you. We got Wisconsin. We got Oklahoma up in the building. What's up, Katina? I can't say your last name, but not about to do that to your family. We got Massachusetts up in here. We got Waycross, Georgia, San Antonio, Texas, South Texas. Man, we got people from all over the world here. I'm about to start daggone cheesing, man. Y'all about to see my black face produce some red, little blush marks in my cheeks because y'all are so daggone dope. Much love to you all. Okay, and I'm not going to try to sell you guys anything, but I will say this. Please, if you have not hit the like button already, please make sure you hit that like button, guys. Right after you let me know where you from, hit that like button. Susan, shout out to Arizona. Ed, shout out to Orlando. Alabama is up in the building. And we got Vegas. We got a couple of people from Vegas. London. Man, I'm surprised that we have friends out London now, man. Be more right up the street. Yeah, shout out to Be More. Yeah, Mike DeSalvo from Be More. That's right up the street right there. Guys, right after y'all let me know where y'all from, please hit that like button. We're about to get into it. So check this out. All right. So there was a panel of 12 individuals who allegedly voted for there to be a Rico charge against Trump and 18 other people. All right. What they are banking on them getting to a point. Now, here's the thing for Rico. A Rico, you don't have to have proof that Trump was criminally involved in anything. You don't have to have any proof. See, that's the great thing about a Rico, okay? This thing was made for the mob bosses and the mafia guys back in the day, back in the 70s. So here's the thing. With this Rico charge, you don't have to have any proof that Trump did a daggone thing at all. All you got to do is prove that he is connected to a larger group of individuals who did something criminal, all right? So say that Rudy Giuliani, I'm just throwing that name out there. Just say that Rudy Giuliani was into some criminal BS. If they can tie Trump to that, then there you have it. Rico, he's locked in. They are banking on them getting to a point where they start snitching on one another, where they start throwing other people under the bus, where they start selling wolf tickets, where they start just making up lies just to get themselves out of a hole. They're going to start doing a whole lot of things, and this is what a lot of people are banking on. They are banking on this. EVLIM, Evil M, sorry, from Ohio, and YR Alexandra from Brookville, Florida are my folk on Rumble. Hey guys, we are also live on YouTube. So I'm gonna try to keep my cool a little bit, and I'm gonna also try to watch my words. And after I show y'all this video that we're about to check out of Trump firing back at these fools, at these clowns, at these people who have nothing else to do with their lives but to go after Trump and to use taxpayers' dollars to do it, which is nuts. Listen, we're going to have a conversation. You already know how we do on this channel. I don't want to only be the only voice that's heard on this channel. This is called the LFR family, all right? And I want the whole family to be heard. So after we check this thing out, I'm going to post the link. And if you're brave enough, you join me, okay? You join me, all right? And we have some brave people, all right? We had White Trash TV. We had Angel. We had Lou Valentino. We had Davon, who killed everybody pretty much, who gave everybody the business. And all of my supporters are afraid of Davon. Davon is the liberal who came up in here and crushed the building, okay? Please let me know where you're from inside of the chat, and also let me know, after you let me know where you're from, please hit that like button. That will be amazing, and thank you so much. That's the only price of admission. And if you do submit some type of contribution, financial contribution or something like that, thank you so much. And hopefully I will try my best to stop in the middle of what I'm doing and acknowledge the people who did give a super chat or donation. So thank you again. All right, and thank you. I'll be remiss to say this too. All of the ladies and the gentlemen who helped me out in the mod section, all of my mods, Much love to you guys. I really appreciate it. Sometimes my head is all over the place. Last time we went live, I was live for 5 hours and I did not stop and acknowledge my people who are inside of the mod, who are my mods, who are making sure that people know where to find us after the fact, are thanking people for pulling up, are thanking people for liking the video, are thanking people for giving super chats, are just showing love. That's what I like, and that's what I promote. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you all. If I don't name you by name before this video is done, please charge that to my mind, not my heart, because I have great intents. All right, so we about to go and get into it. I'm not going to run my mouth too much. That's for y'all to do. Please let me know if you want to come up on stage and be a part of this conversation after this video goes off, because right after it goes off, I want you up here. I want you up here. I want you on fire, and I want you bringing the pain, man. I don't want you up here second guessing yourself. I want when that camera is on you, it's your time. It's your time to let the people know why this whole thing is a witch hunt, why this whole thing is bull, sugar, honey, iced tea. So we about to get to the business. Much love to all of you guys. We got so many people in here from all over the world, and it's amazing to see. And again, I want to give much love to all the content creators out there who are spreading love, who are spreading truth, who are just putting themselves on the front of everything and just saying, you know what? Oh my gosh. Much love to Heather. Hats for sale, and Heather, thank you so much for the contributions, guys. Y'all are amazing, man. If you don't know Heather now, if you don't know Heather's name, if from the LFR Family Channel contributing, then I'm certain you know her from the LV Nation channel supporting over there. Thank you so much, Heather. I really appreciate you. Much love to you. All right, guys, let's go and jump into it. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Before I play anything, I definitely want to play this right here because this is hilarious. Oh my gracious, man. Y'all got to see this right here. Y'all got to see this. Okay, hold on one second. Let me cut on this audio. This is about to be nuts. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to it, baby. Yeah. Hold up. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. All right. We're going to go to the Trump joint right after this joint goes off. I want y'all to see this.
Video, the comparison video of Donald Trump walking into the UFC as if he was a fighter, and Biden stumbling around on a beach. They kind of nailed the comparison here, but just like when Democrats were willing to vote for a vegetable in John Fetterman, it won't matter, does it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's amazing these two men are 3 years apart in age. Like, how can that be? He looks strong as a horse. It looks like there's no stopping the guy. And Joe Biden looks like he's been run over by a horse. So it's very alarming. And Biden's going only one direction. They know what they have with Biden, someone they can control, someone who's just going to be told what to do. They are just banking on him not dying because nobody wants Kamala Harris. Nobody. They know she'll lose.
Joe Biden, and I love whoever did the video.
Hold on. Y'all heard what the lady said, right? They are only 3 years apart. And my man Biden looked like he is hanging on by a thread, man. I don't know what it is with that guy, but listen, they're protecting him from dying, and that's it. And honestly, I don't know if that's still him alive. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if that's a clone we looking at. Look, I'm keeping it a buck with you. I don't know if that's a clone we're looking at. I just don't know, man. There's much love to Zachary. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the contribution. Thank you everyone for click and play. Hopefully everyone in here has clicked the like button. If you haven't already, please do so. And also consider joining my locals, because we have to bite our tongue here on these platforms. I'm not biting a damn thing in locals. All right. We're going to have some fun in locals. Trust me. What you see on this channel where people actually come to the stage and talk their sugar honey iced tea, ain't going to be no sugar honey iced tea over there on locals. We're going to have a ball, man. All right. So let's go and get to it. We about to play this video of Trump firing back at these morons who are trying to take him down, and I'm ready for it. Hopefully, you guys are as well. Thank you so much, D. James. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, we about to get to it. All right, here we go. We are up, baby. Hold on. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, Trump. I gotta cue you first, man. Then you come up. After I cue you. All right. I gotta cue you first. And once I cue you, then you pull up. That's how they go. All right. All right. Cool. All right. So let's go and get to it. Let's get to it. Thank you so much for the contributions. Thank you to my mods for running things in the chat for me, and thank you for representing where you're from, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Much love to you all, and consider joining my locals so that we can have some more fun after this. All right, let's go.
It is now 100% proven that the Biden crime family received more than $20 million from foreign countries while Crooked Joe was vice president, and probably a lot more than that. That's just the money they found. Not one of Joe Biden's defenders has even attempted to explain what Joe and his family did, including his children and his grandchildren. What were they doing getting all of this money?
Thank you. I've been saying that. Why are their pockets getting fat? They didn't swear over no Bibles. They didn't run for president. They didn't do a damn thing. All they did was set up an LLC, set up a place for the money to be laundered. I mean, so that the money can be deposited, not laundered. I take that out. We're going to edit that out in post, okay? We're going to edit that part out.
I believe we have a compromised president. He was bribed, and now he's being blackmailed. He's a Manchurian candidate. That's why Crooked Joe is letting other countries walk all over the United States. He's afraid to bring it up. He doesn't want to talk.
Yo, he called that man a Manchurian. He called that man a Manchurian candidate. He's a Manchurian candidate. That's what he is. Hey, I thought that was hilarious, man. Hey, Mr. Pastor C, thank you so much for the super chat, the contribution to the channel. I really appreciate it. Much love to you. I really appreciate it. Y'all hang on. If you got something to say, you can come up on stage with me later on and say exactly that. Let's get to it.
About it. He's petrified of China because they know exactly how much money has been given to him, and they know exactly where it is. China has paid him a fortune. Just think of what China has gotten for all that money. Biden shut down my administration's initiative targeting Chinese spies in the United States. He shut it down cold.
And when he shut it down, what do we start to see? We started to see not only Hispanics coming across the border, not only Haitians coming across the border, not only Africans coming across the border. We started to see a lot of Asians come across the border who was in great shape, looking like they trained already to come infiltrate the country. So I'm not even going to jump into that. Let's get
He let China off the hook for COVID. He shut down the investigation into the origins of the China virus. He did nothing as China began setting up bases in Cuba, taking over South America, and threatening Taiwan. They even took over the Panama Canal. We spent a fortune building it. Jimmy Carter's administration sold it for $1. We lost 36,000 people building the Panama Canal. The mosquitoes got them, malaria. The mosquitoes got them. And now China controls it. Russia and China are even doing military exercises near the Aleutian Islands, right off the coast of Alaska. And Biden sits back on his hands. He does nothing. This never would have happened if I was president. If they even thought about it, I would have shut it down instantly. There's no way they would have done any of this kind of thing, including Russia invading Ukraine would have never happened.
Now, that's something right there. That's a question for all of the naysayers, all of the Trump haters out there. Yesterday, when we had a couple of guests on the channel, we actually discussed that. Well, I told the young man, and I'm not going to say his name, he might even pull up today. I told him that if Trump was in office, none of this crap would be going on. None of it. None of it. But who am I? Who am I? Who am I?
and China wouldn't even be thinking about Taiwan right now. Crooked Joe's corruption is a glaring threat to national security. Between the millions and millions of dollars he's gotten from China and the millions of dollars from Ukraine, Joe Biden's greed and criminality is going to get us into World War III. We're going to be in World War III with this guy.
And this is not a scare tactic. This is actually the truth. I mean, if you look at any of the experts talking about where we're headed as far as us being on the world stage and where we're going with all different nations and how we get along, we're headed towards a WW3 right now. And I hope that's not the case, because I want to see my grandkids, great grandkids, and I want them to have grandkids as well. And I don't know, man. I never was I never paid this much attention to what's going on around the world. Now I do. And sometimes I'm sorry I did. Sometimes I'm sorry I opened my eyes. I don't know how you feel about this, but sometimes I'm sorry that I started looking at what's actually going on in this world. I wish I wasn't awake sometimes. Not, Lord, I apologize, Lord. I am happy I'm awake. That's why I thank you, God, every single day for waking me up and having me on the right side of heaven and giving me another day to get it right. So if I said that wrong, hopefully you understood my heart, because I love waking up. It's just I don't love seeing what's in front of me right now, because it's kind of painful when you think about it.
Grossly incompetent man. Now the corrupt Biden DOJ is continuing the cover-up with the appointment of a special counsel to block further investigation. It's the very same U.S. attorney who cut Hunter Biden the scandalous plea deal that was such a scam it didn't survive the barest scrutiny in court. It was done under what's called blue slip. It wasn't picked in that position by President Trump. It was picked by the Democrat senators in the state. It's called a blue slip. You'll check it out.
I would definitely check it out. Blue slip. I got to make sure please somebody remind me, Angel, if you wouldn't mind remind me about the blue slip so we can check that out later. I would greatly appreciate it. CC, thank you so much for the super chat. Great channel, doing great things with great people here. Thanks, LFR family. I was in Tacoma yesterday, Westport, Oregon today. Wow, you traveling all over the world. Much love to you, CC. I really appreciate your contribution to what we're trying to do over here. And everyone else, if you want to contribute, if you have $5 a month, that's it. If you have $5 a month, consider joining my locals. Just consider it.
But they picked him. I didn't pick him. This is corruption like our country has never seen before. That is why as soon as I am reelected, I will appoint a real special counsel, or maybe you'll call it a special prosecutor, whatever you want to call it, you can.
Thank you for speaking in the affirmative. This brother said, when I am reelected. That's what he said. He's not tripping off of this Rico that's going on. He's not tripping off these punk ass indictments that's against him. He don't care. He's saying, when I am reelected, all of this is going to change. I'm coming through the building and I'm about to change some things. And he's about to fire some people too. Much love to Cygnus. I appreciate you over there on Rumble, and Pilgrim 187. Much love to you as well.
To look at all of these bribes, kickbacks, and other crimes, as well as the shameless attempt at a cover-up, justice will be done. The Biden crime family will be looked at. We have to get there first. We have to win the election. They're trying to step in my way at every path because the one person they don't want to run is Donald Trump. But when we get there, the Biden crime family will pay a price like other people are being forced to pay. And that price will be very, very substantial. It'll be fair. But you know what? If they're guilty, they're going to be guilty.
I love how he calls them what they are. Unfortunately, we have a president whose family are into some real dirty sugar honey iced tea. And he called them out for what they are. And they're not going to appreciate it. Could you imagine beefing with the most powerful family in the world? What do you expect is going to happen? Could you imagine being elected as the president, and what you're telling everyone before you're even elected is that I'm about to drain the swamp. I'm about to get rid of all the people in here who are not productive, who are going against what we stand for as a country. Could you imagine how many people hate him? He didn't understand how much this was going to hit him, but he's still fighting. He's like, man, I'm not apologizing to anyone. And so what? I'm going after the president. Obviously, the president is going to use everything that's at his disposal, but at his disposal. But at the end of the day, he's not backing down. So y'all need to continue to stand by this guy. Yes, we have Vivek that could potentially be a Republican president. Yes, Republican candidate. Yes, we have my man out in DeSantis out in Florida who can potentially be a good candidate as well. But we already know somebody that's tried and true, that don't care about the heat that's been placed on him every single day, day in, day out. This dude is not backing down. We know he's a fighter. We know he's capable, extremely capable. We've seen it already. We don't have to guess when it comes to him. We know what he comes with. His whole presence, his mere presence scares the hell out of these people. Period. He scares them. And they're doing whatever they possibly can, putting him in under a Rico charge. A Rico charge, guys. Do y'all understand that? They don't even have to prove that he did anything criminally for him to be charged. They don't have to prove it. They just have to prove that he's connected to other individuals, and they can make that out to be a criminal organization and then charge him for it. That's BS. Thank you so much for the super chat, Grofty. I really appreciate it. Much love to you. The time between now and November will be wild. Love to all here. Yes, it will be. And the time after that will be even wilder. I never looked forward to a presidential election before as much as I did now. And plus, they're saying that this whole indictment, this Rico charge, is going to be televised. So content creators, y'all better be ready. It's about to go down, man. It's because of Trump. They doing all of this. This is nuts, man. Thank you so much, Gary Gray. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Pear character flying in the air with a red cape and a smile on his face. Much love to you. Much love to Jay Coultier. I believe that's your name. The Georgia YSL banging okay, you said a whole lot. The 2020 election actually was stolen. Okay, you know what? Listen, we'll get into that later. But Trump is let us let him finish, and then we're gonna open up the floor for everyone. Anyone that wants to come up here and speak, y'all already know how we do over here on the LFR family. We like to hear y'all voices. Let's go.
What they are doing to justice in this country has never even been thought of before. Thank you very much.
Yes, and hold on, that's it. Okay. Hopefully I had the correct video. Okay, this is what we're gonna do, guys. This is what we're gonna do. I'm about to put this link in here. I want y'all to pull up. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about this. Do not start leaving if you've never seen. Listen to me. Before you leave, listen to me. If you've never seen people jump on the stage and start speaking up or speaking against this whole situation with Trump and everything, listen, you're going to love it. I'm trying to tell you. All right, so we about to have some people come up. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. Let me go ahead and pin this because everything's moving so fast right now. Let me see here. Colonel B. Shout out to Colonel B, who gives me information all the time. He says, if we end up in WW3, isn't all up to the U.S. We want it to be Biden's fault so we can vote the war away and feel it's up to us. But Putin is on his 9th war and has no intentions of stopping with Ukraine. You know what? You may very well be right, but guess what? Biden is a big part of it. Biden is a huge part of it. And Trump didn't tell any lies just now. At least I didn't hear any. But you're absolutely right, bro. That guy, Colonel B, extremely intelligent, and he always has something of value to add to the conversation. Robbie F, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. He says, Trump 2024. That's all he says. because you know what I mean. He's just one of the type of people that just like to keep it plain and simple. Keep it plain and simple. Let's go and check this out, y'all. Let me know whatever y'all want me to know. What's going on, guy? How you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
This is actually
hold on. Let me add you. Let me add you. Let me add you. Let me add you. Hold on one second. Okay. All right. Boom. Okay. All right. We got Joey up here. Joey has been up here before. My man Joey come up here every single day. What's going on, Joey? How you doing?
doing all right. This is actually they're actually going even stronger than what it shows. Okay, or what he said. I put in your Discord today, Fox News. They are literally setting every court date for him to cover, uh, so he can't go to places.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Not only that, uh, there's a. They said Obama appointed judge. I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble there. Uh, said he's a flight risk. So he's marked down as a flight risk.
Knowing good and well that this dude ain't trying to leave nothing. He's not trying to roll out, man. He don't want to leave. He don't want to leave. He want to lead. That's what he want to do. He don't want to leave. He want to lead. But guess what? They're going to make sure that they take up his entire calendar with nothing but court appointments,
Yep,
so that he not be able to get out there and talk to his people, so he not be out there raising money. But guess
yep.
what? It's backfiring on him because he has been raising more money than ever before, and he don't even have to get out there. That's crazy.
Now,
Go ahead, brother Joey. You what else,
I'm gonna
bro?
put I'm gonna put the link in your chat real quick for you to be able to click on and watch. Okay,
Well,
this
thank you,
way
man.
this way you can hear exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for adding value to the show today, man. I appreciate you, man. You hear me, Joey? 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 Hey, okay. Well, who is Nicole? How you doing, Nicole?
I'm good. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored. I cannot complain. What's the point of it?
Right. Well, I just called to say that people got to wake up. It's time for the culture, especially Black folks, to wake up and understand that this has nothing to do with race. We have got to vote for what's going to happen to our children, what's best for our families, our country. And, Donald Trump was chosen for this position.
That's
And
right.
he's fighting hard, and we got to stand by him. And no matter what they do, they're not gonna win because you can't beat God.
You cannot beat God. That's I mean, if somebody's destined for something,
Yeah,
which Trump seemed to be destined for it,
yeah,
they are doing whatever in their power and using every single part of the government. You can think of every single type of three-letter agency. They are using it to try to shut this man
right,
down.
absolutely. And it's time for people to come together. These are distractions. We're in a war, spiritual first, manifesting in the physical. It's time for people to understand that we have got to wake up and see what's going on. So that's what I called to say, and I enjoy your show.
Well, hey Nicole, you have blessed us with your 2 pennies. That's actually worth 200. I really appreciate the value that you added to the channel today, and
Mhm.
everything you said is actually spot on. And
Right.
thank you for including God in this. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
yes, you're welcome.
All right, you have an amazing day. Okay.
You too.
All
Bye bye.
right, peace. That's what I'm talking about. LFR family up in here, because they all gonna get up on stage and they're gonna say something remarkable because they are amazing. That's what they are. God dag it. That's what I say. And I said dag it, guys, not the other thing. Who we have here? Jax? Is that your name, Jax?
Yeah,
Hey Jax,
close,
how you doing?
close enough. I'm doing great. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored. What's on your heart today, young lady?
Oh, you have no idea. Here we go. I am a white suburban housewife. So
Hold on
let's
once.
get that out.
Okay, a white suburban housewife is who Jax is. All right.
Yes. And as a white suburban housewife, I'm going to tell y'all, I got nothing to do except for read and research. That's all I've been doing for 12 years. And y'all
Wow.
getting all worked up over some nonsense because all of this stuff is is there's so much of this that's been put out there to create the division, to create all this chaos. And we all need to chill out. One, very important, January 6th was not an insurrection or an erection, whatever the hell they want to call it.
Did you say erection?
Well, that's what the news said it was. I couldn't believe it. I'm like trying to cover my kids' ears, going, no, because when my granddaughter's going, Grandma, what's an erect? What? I mean, I can't even let my grandkids watch the news anymore. This is some insane shit. You want to know what happened on January 6th? They went in and they took all the phones and the laptops.
I'm sorry,
I
what?
They went in and on January 6th, they took all the phones and the laptops. Keep in
Really?
mind, yeah, I sent you a video link to a General McInerney. He came out on January 6th and told a small group of reporters exactly what happened. So they got all their stuff. They got all their stuff. Now keep in mind that all of those phones and all of those laptops, where'd the laptops come from? They came from John McAfee, who had McAfee antivirus software downloaded in every single one of them, all of which had backdoors.
Wow.
There is nothing, and I mean nothing, that we don't know. The other thing is, and the reason I'm saying this isn't because I want to be a smart ass or any smart aleck or anything like that. It's because I'm seeing people, they're panicking, they're having anxiety attacks, they're freaking out. And I'm telling y'all, don't. Donald J. Trump is your lawful commander in chief. You can look it up. It's in the documents. It's on .gov. It's on the military websites. Another thing
So you're
is,
saying he is still the president at the moment?
no, he's not the president. Joe Biden, or Biden, is the president of a bankrupt U.S. corporation. This is all well documented. And you can find all these documents that say this.
Wow.
Our military has been in control for 7 years. So we've been under military control for the last 7 years. And they answer to Donald Trump, who is still our lawful commander in chief. Now, all of this, if you go and you look up our continuity of government, you'll see every single bit of this is right there. It's in writing. You can go read it. I don't know what happened to the world that they can't read anymore.
Hey Jax, just do me a favor, please. Don't get me in trouble on this channel because
Oh,
you are giving so much facts at the moment. You,
oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to get you in
don't
trouble.
be, don't be.
Okay.
You're good. You're good. Go ahead and cook.
So
You straight.
keeping in mind everything that I just said that I promise I won't repeat, we're okay as long as we can get through this shitstorm that's coming at us, and it's coming at us fast. Um, because this is what I told my granddaughter. And she just turned 13. I said, sweetie, here's the thing. Okay. You've been wondering, where's God? He's right in front of you. 5 years ago, if you would have told people that we were going to take down the Federal Reserve, they would have said that's going to take an act of God. Well, here it is. Five
Wow.
years ago, if you would have said we're going to take down Hollywood, the entertainment industry, they'd have said that's going to take an act of God. Well, here
And
it
here it
is.
is. Yep.
If
Go
you would
ahead.
have
You better
said
preach.
we're going to take down the education system, that's going to take an act of God. And here we are. Okay, I'm just telling you, you see an act of God's every single day. God is here, and he ain't putting up with no more bullshit. Because I believe that God uses the word bullshit. He has to.
You know what's
Because,
funny? I just now posted on Twitter just last night. I said, what's y'all thoughts on a Christian who cuss, drink whiskey, and smoke weed? And people really gave me some good answers. But yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right because there's so much BS going on in the world that he probably be like,
yeah,
man, look at y'all dumb.
exactly. That's what I said. Because listen to your children.
Right.
Because your children, they just like with the erection thing, my granddaughter's going, and I'm going, no, scratch that. They don't know what they're talking about. These are the people our children are looking up to right now. That's frightening. That
Yeah.
is frightening. My granddaughter learned how to read an analog clock at home because they didn't teach that nonsense at school because it's nonsense. You got a digital clock for that. Your digital clocks and all your electronics and all that garbage that everybody didn't been, it's fixing to go away. And all of that information is out there too. They're getting ready to remove our internet. So anything that y'all have that you have only stored on the internet, you might want to go and grab it. Hang on to it because it's not going to be there because when our internet comes back up, it's going to be clean slate.
Wow. You know
And
what? That's happening to our money too. That's why they're making it illegal to actually spend a certain amount of cash in different places. They're making everything
yeah,
digital so that when they want to cut your water off, it'll be so simple. It'll be just like hitting the switch. Your whole
yeah.
bank account will be washed. So you y'all better invest in some gold or something.
Well, the
Yeah,
thing is, right now they're taking all of our currency out of circulation, according to the banks that I've talked to, because I don't just take the word of a bunch of,
right.
whatever. I
Your
go
house
and I,
mom that be doing a whole bunch of research.
yeah, and I'm on the phone. I'm going, okay, what are you doing with the currency that ain't worth a damn thing anymore? Well, we're limited to what we can put back out in circulation. Here's your sign. Okay, they're
Yeah.
removing it, but hang on to your cash for now because you'll be able to trade it in because the whole world is going to BRICS. And if you look into BRICS, you'll find out that BRICS is like a bridge taking us straight to Nasara, which is already being has already been activated in several countries, but of course we don't know that because our goofy butts are sitting here and we don't know nothing about what's really going on in the world.
Sheesh.
So this is
Huh.
what's going on. Make it through this whole shit show that's getting ready to happen and you'll have the world that God intended for you. I'm not a religious person. I cut the church out of my life for 30 years because they couldn't answer no questions. He
Do
just came
you
back in.
Let me ask you this. Do you put God and family first?
Oh, I put my kids above and beyond everything.
Okay.
Everything. And
All right.
God is my kids. God gave me my kids. And I've come to realize that over the last few years. There ain't nothing more important than my children. And I mean nothing.
Hey,
Nothing. I got lead with hollows in it to prove it. I will go down. I will die on this hill. These are my children. God gave them to me.
let
To
me tell you.
me.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I carry two firearms on me at all times because I always got my kids and my grandkids with me. I dare somebody. I don't care if you're black, white, green, purple, or you come from this planet or another planet. You don't mess with my kids.
you're gonna catch some fire in your ass.
And exactly. And it's gonna enter, it's gonna mix up your innards and it's gonna go out. That's gonna be it. But my kids are gonna be okay. Just
All
make
right.
sure you're ready because we got a shitstorm getting ready to hit us. When people can't go to the grocery store, they can't go to the bank, they can't get money, they can't make a phone call, they're gonna freak out. And that's what's going to be dangerous. We don't have to worry about getting bombed or any of that nonsense. We got to worry about people that are uninformed.
Wow.
Because I'm surrounded by idiots. People
Yeah.
that
Well.
they don't want to know what's going on. That's
Well.
dumb.
Not wanting to know actually brings peace because wanting to know, once you do know, that brings about responsibility. Not everybody is built for that. Like
But you
some
got
people.
kids.
Yeah, when you got
Mm,
kids, see, it's almost like when you bring up your kids all the time, right? Like your kids are amazing. My kids are amazing. I raised four already. My youngest just turned 18 and moved to college. Now we are empty nesters, and I'm sad as hell because I'm a father
hmm
before anything, and then I'm a husband and everything else. But even kids are not supposed to know certain things until they reach a certain level of
Right.
maturity and understanding. So that's why we have certain gripes and beefs with certain communities that want to rush children to be adults when they're not ready to. So that's the same
hmm
thing with some adults. Some adults are there as well. They're just not mentally capable of being able to take in all of the knowledge that's out there in the world and deal with it properly. So that's why you got depression and anxiety and all these other things that I think is smoke and mirrors. I use God to get me through everything. God and a little bit of weed, just here and there,
A
just
lot
here
of
and there.
weed. A lot of weed right now, man. Telling you, I'm a mom and a grandma, and I'm hitting the weed right now because if I don't, I might hurt somebody.
Listen, let me tell you something, Jax. I want you to email me, van.hall@lfrfamily.com, because I want to speak to you. You are serious about what you talk about. You have a plethora of knowledge, and you do your research. And I need somebody like that just to be able to reach out to if you're cool. if you're cool with
Oh,
that.
you might
Email
have
me.
to, yeah, send me because I'm old. I'm not going to remember that.
Well, I'm gonna say it again in the live stream, and once you get off, and I'm about to move on to the next guest, but once you get off, I want you to write it down, okay? And
Okay.
also, I want to say thank you so much for all of the all of the value that you added to this live stream today. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Crammed an awful lot in there, but I
You,
talk
you
fast.
crammed a whole lot. And I think you said everybody else's talking points that's coming behind you, but we about to see. Much love to you, and continue to take care of your family.
Oh, you bet.
All right, peace.
Take care.
All right, later. All right, so we got Shannon Snow up next. What's going on, Shannon? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored. I'm not going to complain. What's the point of that?
I hear you on that. I've been watching you for quite some time, and I really enjoy your show, and I enjoy your views.
Oh, thank
And
you.
throw something in there real quick about the Ukraine and Biden issue, right?
Okay.
I really, I really agree with Trump on that. That I believe that China and Ukraine have something on Biden to where, I mean, he has literally signed every single thing, done every single thing that he can to enrich China. Not only that, but I mean, I think he had it planned before he even got into the White House. I think he had it already planned that if he could get into the White House, that he would be able to give them all the energy they needed.
Mm,
He would close down us being self sufficient
mm,
and give all our self sufficiency to China. And then on the same side of it, doing those backdoor deals with Ukraine,
mhm,
right? When Trump first called Zelensky and asked him, to look into that,
mhm,
Zelensky was all for that. I read the transcript. He was all for it. He was like, I had questions about that too. And
mm.
then all of a sudden, it just dropped because they turned around and impeached him over it. And nobody is even bringing that fact up and dropping that impeachment, throwing it out the window. I mean, every single thing that is happening to him is like I'm really worried about America. I'm
Well,
worried I'm worried about the hate that people have for each other right now. I'm
it's a
worried
lot of
about
hate. There's a lot of hate.
a lot of hate
Hate is
coming from.
profitable, though. We gotta hate each other. If we don't hate each other, then they're not going to make any money. They got to make sure that we are against each other at all times.
there, there's got to be a way. I mean, you know what I pray for? And I hope one day that this happens because if it happens, it's only going to take 10 minutes at the most out of everybody's day. If everybody could just come together at one particular time and stand outside their door and just holler as loud as they could, USA, USA.
Oh, I thought you was about to say thank you, Jesus. I thought you was about to say we get outside of our doors and we start
Thank
praising God.
you. Praise God. Lord, hear our prayers.
Hey,
Whatever we say, it needs to be in unison so the entire world can hear it.
yeah.
Because there are enough people that are being quiet in their doors because they're scared to speak out. I'm a very quiet person. Go ahead.
No, I was about to ask you a question because you're killing it. You're killing it. And I'm sorry for getting in the middle of you talking, but I really wanted to ask you this because it seemed like half of the country, when you say USA, it almost comes off as an offense. Like people get
Are
offended
you
when you say USA.
I
When you
my
wear, go
I
ahead.
told my that we are buying a flag because I have heard more than 10 times this week that when you see an American flag, that is like something to be scared of. But when you see a rainbow flag, oh, they must be all kind and loving.
Oh, they're
You know,
brave.
person, when you try and tell them something, you know what? America is what peace is about. We are a united country. Every single citizen and every single human being has more than one race in them. There's not one pure race. And
Go
you know
ahead.
what else? That is what makes America beautiful because What makes America beautiful is we are all nationalities coming together to respect each other and respect our beliefs and not judge one another on it. Raise each other up. I mean, where is that at?
Go ahead. Listen, what you're talking about, that's what needs to be said, and people need to hear it. People need to shut up and listen to what you're talking about because you are on point. Go ahead, keep it up. We need to
I'm
listen
telling
to it.
every time because I go to Walmart, that's like the only store I go to, and I don't even go there after anymore because I'm telling you, it costed like this lady that worked at Walmart. She was a lady, okay, but I said thank you, ma'am, and she goes, I'm not a ma'am. Don't you see it? I'm a sir. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, you need to understand. She's going off like this, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pray for you. And she goes, girl, what are you going to pray about? I said, I'm going to pray about all that anger in you and all that resentment that you're holding on to, that you're spewing out at everybody, because something's got to touch you to make you kinder to people.
That's right.
You got a job. Be grateful you
That's
got
right.
the, because I know a lot of people that can't get a job right now.
That's right.
And I know a lot of people that are getting fired
That's right.
just for something like that.
That's right.
I'm going to pray for you
That's right.
because of anger in your heart. I'm going to pray that you stop hating the image that you see in the mirror, because you know what? God loves that image. God made that image, and he made you that way for a reason.
You telling somebody to love who you are, and you know that comes off as hateful to some people nowadays. You're telling somebody, no, you are beautiful, you are amazing, you are strong, you are powerful, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And guess what? They will still tell you, you are misgendering me, you hate me, you're so disrespectful. Hey, but that's what we got to do, man. We got to keep on doing our part. We
You
can
got to
get.
pray. You got to pray the hate away. You got to pray the hate away.
Well, I
God's
think.
power, he
I
will
think.
touch.
No, I apologize. You were saying?
I said that God is powerful and he will touch hearts.
Yes, he
The
will.
more that we pray, the more people that pray, the louder it becomes, and the less people can ignore it.
You know what? I want to say thank you so much to you, Miss Shannon. Look at this on the screen right here. Heather says she sent the super chat and she said, "This is for Shannon. She's awesome." Hey, look.
Well, thank you very much. I won't take up much more of your time. I'm
No.
just excited. I even got on. I can't believe it. I'm going to tell my husband, you better watch this episode because I'm on TV.
Well, Miss Shannon, you came up here and you set it off. I really appreciate you. Much love to you. Continue to move forward with that fire in your heart. Don't let anybody change who you are, because you are amazing. You are phenomenal, and I appreciate you. Hopefully, your voice is heard in your community, and it expands even beyond that, because you are a dope individual. So thank you so much for stopping by, and please send my love to your family, because I'm certain you put God and family first, right?
You are the bomb, man. I watch you
Ah,
day. You inspire people.
oh, much love to you. You know what?
God bless
I'm gonna make sure I record this so I can play it again for my wife, because she don't think she'd be like, you just need to shut up, you stupid. No,
you.
she don't. No, she don't.
You tell her this is Sister Shannon, because that girl knows what she's talking about.
I will. Much love to you, and you have an amazing day. All right.
Bye.
Later. What's going on, conscious moron? Uh, Conscious moron. I doubt you're a moron, but you know what I mean. Let's hear what you got to say. What's on your heart, big fella?
What's going on? Appreciate you letting me up, man. Great show. But I will say I'm not a Trump fan, so we might have a little
Hey, no,
contention, but no disrespect, I
no,
appreciate
you're
you letting me
good. You're good, man. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about this. This is not an echo chamber. This is one thing I want all of you to understand. This ain't no echo chamber. And I'm not the type of person that think I know everything, because I do not. I'm new into politics, to be honest with you. I just now started paying attention to politics in the last 2 years. Before then, I was an ostrich. I kept my head in the dirt because I didn't want to see any of the lies. I still don't trust politicians. I still don't trust what they do in the government. I still don't trust what they're doing with our foods, what they're doing with our money, how they're taking care of us with our taxes and all that other stuff. I still don't. But I want us to have the best person in place to be able to bully these people to do what they are being paid to do, because you have idiots in office who will serve forever if they could, knowing good and well they stopped being old enough or cognizant enough to do their jobs 20 years ago. But every single 2 years, they get reelected because they got friends all through this bad boy. And the only reason why I rep Trump at this particular moment in my life is because Trump is the only one that said, I'm going to clear out all you bastards.
I think, man, you know what I want to say before I even get started? I appreciate that right there. Because there's so many people on both sides of the aisle who are like stunts. If I'm right, you have to be wrong. And so I appreciate you saying this not an echo chamber, man. So really
Yes,
keep
sir.
up the show right now.
Yes, sir. Much
But
love. Now bring the smoke, bro. I'm here for it. Let's
it's
go.
no smoke, but it's almost the air about the 4 and 5 indictments. Like, I'm in Georgia. So the Rico charge is really kind of the most serious on him right now, man.
Yeah.
And I just, like, he's supposed to be the representative of the free world, right? So how
Yes.
we gonna have him under all these indictments representing us as Americans?
Well, you know
That's
what?
my biggest grief.
You know what? And that's what they want. That's what they want us to say. Like what you just now asked me is exactly what they want people to say and to think in the back of their minds when they go to the voting booth. They want them to think, how in the world, I know that he did this and I know he did that, but I'm about to vote for somebody who has indictments, like 4 and 5 indictments, who's under a Rico charge right now. They want that to be in the back of our heads.
Let me get actual question. You don't think he gave him the fuel for this fire like that? Because, like I said, I'm in Georgia. I listened to that call several times, and some like Brad Raffensperger, who's the Secretary of Election, he was trying to, like, Mr. Trump, I can send you the evidence. He was like, I don't care about that. Do this. I need you to find that. You know what I'm saying? So it's that kind. You really got to listen to that phone recording, man.
I
Like,
will listen.
it's really like showing how, I want to say desperate he was, but he wanted to control that. He wanted to keep that power, because they say in government absolute power corrupts absolutely. So I think he got a lust for that, or a sensation, and he didn't want to really let it go. You know what I mean? You kind of hear that in the phone conversation.
You know what? I will say, in to answer your first question, I do think he gave them fuel for that fire. I do. I do think that he should have shut his mouth. I do think that he should have tried to be a little bit more patient with the system. But unfortunately, he got railroaded. He got railroaded, like, with the fact that they wouldn't even show Hunter Biden's videos or pictures or any of that would show him in the hotels with these hookers smoking crack, with drugs and guns and all this other stuff. They wouldn't show any of that. And anybody who wanted to report on it, they got banned from these social media platforms, and it was covered under the guise of child pornography if we showed that information. Now, and the reason why that was so important is, if that information was out there, most people would have went to the voting booth with that in the back of their minds. Then on top of that, when you look at the voting that went in for Joe Biden, they said 81 million people voted for him. They can't even prove that in paperwork that 81 million people voted for that dude. They can't.
With the certification of the election.
And that's the thing right there. That I watched this. I forgot his name, Doctor. I can't think of his name right now, but I watched so many of his videos where he actually probed that whole election process. And I know that they're saying that after our investigations, it came out to be where it's supposed to be. Well, guess what? We got the person that's in charge right now, and that's telling them to say exactly that. Now, that might be a conspiratorial for me to say, but I don't believe it, man. That's just me. I don't believe it.
Under that guy saying, so you believe that Mike Pence could have sent those electors back?
I don't know.
Perspective, you know, he wanted to send, like, I want to say 7 states back. They wanted them to send 7 electors back. If that's the case, why can't Kamala do it right now? Why Trump and trying to run? I don't want Omaha.
That's a good point.
I don't want Nebraska. She could do that right now. So, like, that's kind of the thing. We got to have it both ways. If it's the same way for Trump, it has to be the same way for Biden. And I'm not like I don't think
Right.
Biden or Trump can be president. Let me tell you that right now. None like you said, old and incompetent. I think they're both are now because Trump. Because one thing, because Trump said for
Uh-huh.
months and months before the election, they're going to steal the election. They're going to take it from him. But he didn't do anything to protect that election. So how can he protect us? He
His,
knew they were going to do it. He still let him steal it. He had
he
the laptop and the FBI with the 100 thing. He had all of those things. Rudy went and got the laptop, and he still couldn't do that. And now all these things are coming out. And he's not even in power. So why have him in power now?
Well, honestly, I can't answer that with any facts. So I'm not. Only thing I can answer that with speculation, and unfortunately, that's all I have at the moment. But if you still want my speculative
Of course I
opinion,
do, man, brother.
okay.
Of course, man.
All right. So my speculative opinion is Joe Biden is a lifelong politician. Joe Biden has nothing but friends, all deeply rooted inside of the government, and he has for a long time. There
Exactly,
are
bro.
people
It's
right.
absolutely right.
Yeah, and there are people right now who are still doing foolish things for Joe Biden, and nobody knows why. We're trying to figure out, what does Biden have on these people? What do he have on these people? Apparently, and if we look at the past, the things that he said when he was senator, this dude was showing his true colors way back then. But each time the tide changed, he would change with it and try to he will be an opportunist and take advantage of where we was as a country. So when Trump was saying they're going to try to steal the election, I'm certain he had good word that they're doing this is already in play. But when
He
he
had the
tried to
all
go
power
against
to
it,
stop him. He was the
because he could,
president. Biden wasn't the president then. Like that's what I'm saying. Trump had all the resources. He was the man. He was the president right at
that's a
that
great
time when Joe was
question.
running. So
That's
how can if Trump couldn't stop him then? How he gonna stop him now? He not the president.
Here's the thing.
Biden got all the power.
But here's the thing. He couldn't stop them from conspiring against him. But one thing he could do is exactly what he said he was going to do. Every single thing he said he was going to do when he get into office, most of the things that he said he was going to do, the things that weren't cut off, he wasn't cut off at the legs to do.
Yeah, I don't
He
really.
did.
I don't even think so. What policy that Trump enacted is still
See,
in
see,
effect right now?
you. Hey, let me ask. Hold on one
The
second,
wall is
because
not the wall didn't work. We getting overran by immigrants, right?
you,
That's what I hear. So
you
the wall didn't work. Give me something.
you asking me about policy. Let me hold on one second. One
Or
second.
even the wall. What the wall should be the
I,
crucial thing.
I
Immigrants are running rampant, so the wall didn't work.
I can't answer you about policy, but I will bring. You mind me bringing somebody on the stage who could?
Of course, man.
Okay, Mr. Pastor C, do you know anything about the policies? I don't hear you, bro.
How
Yeah,
about now?
you'll mute.
How about now?
We got you.
Good deal. Yeah, I got you, brother. Listen, the one reason. Do you want to start at policies? Is that where we're going to start?
Yes.
With policies, the USMCA was probably, I mean, that was the one that Nancy Pelosi even stood up and said, that's one we have to pass because it changed the trade agreements between
Okay.
Canada and
NAFTA.
Mexico. The First Step Act was a huge one that my brother
That
actually
was from
spent some
Obama.
years with.
Obama. Obama did that one too.
Well,
Obama
no,
actually
that was
started it in the feds.
Kanye and even Van
Obama
Jones.
started that defense for drug dealers, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, all of them gave him the credit for being the one to pull the trigger on that one, and I mean that was not disputed. The Abraham Accords, that was something they told him would never happen, and man, he and Jared Kushner and a lot of them they knocked it down. The investments they made in the inner city neighborhoods, there was.
You talk about the opportunity blocks.
The
I'm in
opportunity
Atlanta,
zones.
like the one that was, it never even got off the ground. The one here, I can't speak for, but the one here never got off the ground.
Do you know why that
like
happened?
with the platinum plan.
But do you know why that happened? That happened because the Democrats
Because of
got
how the
control of the
politics
second
game
half of the
is.
House, and the Democrats
It's
started fighting him against it, just like the wall.
Yeah. See, that's kind of the one thing. A lot of people say that the president really has power, but he really doesn't. It's the Senate.
If he's got
Senate
all
does.
three
You know what I'm saying?
branches, he's got
They
power.
write the laws. Now they get the president to either sign them or veto them, but the president kind of at the mercy of the Senate and the House.
True.
So he has to have a working relationship with them in order to have a successful presidency, wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah,
And
I
now
agree with
nobody
that.
wants to work with him.
Well, but
And I mean, that's
that
kind of the
can't
bad
be.
thing. Like he has a record now.
But
He
you
didn't
can't blame
have one
that on
initially
President
his
Trump.
first go run, but that record they gonna eat him up.
Can you blame it on President Trump when the day he came down the elevator, the first thing they said is let the resistance begin. That was nationally televised. They didn't even he didn't even have a day in office, and they're already
I
said
think
let's
it was
resistance.
after what he said about the Mexicans, being
No,
raped. So like I
go
said,
back and look.
initially
Go back
I
and
thought it
look.
was gonna be
It was
good,
the day
but
after he came down the escalator, and he actually got in the office. That was in November, and 2 days after he got in and he won the vote that Hillary Clinton seceded, they actually came out and said, "Let the resistance begin." Now, why you would want that to happen to your
they
nation, I
said that
don't
about
know.
Obama too. That's how the politics. They said Mitch McConnell in
Right.
charge of this. He said we're not gonna let Obama get
Oh,
anything
Mitch
under
McConnell's
his
part of the
last
problem.
under his last term.
Yeah, Mitch
So that
McConnell was
happens
part
to
of the problem.
presidents. That's just part of the game.
Yeah, it is. It's politics, man. But
Yeah,
at
so
Politics
the
is
that's
same,
nasty.
it's
and
nasty.
but y'all got to remember, like he has a record now, and nobody wants to kind of work with him, Republicans or Democrats. So how is he going to get anything really done in the 4 years?
The
Like I said,
problem.
I don't think it should be Biden either.
I'm a fisherman, and I'll tell you
Hmm.
that if I use a bait today and it works well, I'm going to use
You're
it
gonna use it
tomorrow
tomorrow,
and the next
and
day
the
and
next
the day
day.
after. And
It's
if
gonna
they
Smart.
stop
get this,
waiting.
if they get this over on President Trump and they get what they
Smart.
want, this is going to be the agenda they use for the next 30, 40 years because it
So
worked.
They're
So
starting a
don't you think we
precedent.
should try and get we should I know it's gonna be almost impossible to get both of them out of there, and it seems like we don't really have a choice. It's either gonna be Biden or Trump if you're a Democrat or a Republican. But it just seems
Well,
like they're not working. The two party system isn't working for us,
but
like these regular folks.
that's your
Because I'm
fault,
sure
my
it's more
fault.
things we
That's our
agree
fault.
upon than disagree upon because we're working class
Right.
folks, right?
That's true. I
Well,
Like it's
think I
those
think so too.
elites up there. Like I think Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell, they work hand in hand. They don't really have our interests at heart. But how can they when they
amen.
get in all that money from lobbyists and people like that? They don't really have our
Amen.
interests at heart. It's about them.
That's facts
Well,
because they come
brother,
into the office and they work for $200,000 a year, and
amen.
then when they leave office, they're worth like 120 million.
Yeah.
How the hell does that happen?
I like that math.
It's a good
I wish
movie
I
if
could
you
do
guys
that.
never seen. It's called The Single Gentleman with Eddie Murphy. If you get a chance, check that out. Like
Yeah, I
I
saw
was
that.
done when I saw it. Like I was like, man, this is how the politics game work. It is literally every time I see something like this is what they do.
Amen.
So
Yeah,
yeah, like I said, I'm not a Biden fan. I just think it's time for us to change as Americans, man. Like we should.
Here's
These
what we got
they
to
work for
do.
us, literally. We don't work. You know what I'm saying? And it almost
Yeah.
feels like that. Like we
facts.
kind of beg them for 2 years. I mean, we beg them, and then they don't deliver in the 2 years, and we put them back in office, like you said. So
Right.
I just think
Here's
we
what
all need
we.
to just no vote. But I know
Well, that's never going to happen because somebody's
yeah,
got to be in
exactly.
there. but
I mean, we got to
here's
make
what we
some
got to do.
noise, and right now, the
Every,
only noise that they claim we got is our vote. That's the
amen.
only thing that they
Yeah,
claim that we got. So we got to use that as
That's right.
powerfully as possible, but we got to do it with some knowledge. Now,
That's
all
right.
of the information that you brought to the table just now, and I'm talking to Conscious Moron. Man, I don't want to call you a moron. What's your name, bro?
Me either, bro.
no, it's cool, man. You can a lot of people call me Kyle Ryan, or you can just call me Ron. It's
Ron.
There we
All
go.
right,
Amen.
I'm gonna call you Ron. Ron. All right,
okay.
Ron.
Amen.
You brought a lot of good, positive things to the table,
Yeah.
and the comparisons between Trump and Obama. Like my man said, look, if I got this, if the bait I used yesterday works today, I'm gonna use it every single day. Right now, that's
Right.
indictments. That's keeping them in the courts. That's what the FBI. We can use the FBI and not get in trouble.
Right.
Okay, we can do that. We can keep classified documents and just blame him for it, and we're not held responsible for it. Then we're going to go ahead and do that because the thing is, he has a record for stuff that everybody else has done. Everybody,
But
even
he was
Barack
the
Obama.
last man that do it. That's how the politics they blame the last man, like he blamed Obama. See it
And
just
it's
seems like the Democrats literally want Trump to be the nominee, so people will be like, you know what? we can't do this. We gotta go with Biden.
Right.
He's so extreme. Look at all like I was telling, it was a guy I used to talk to. I'm like, he after the January 6th, I'm like, they're gonna try and make y'all seem like y'all terrorists and things like y'all want to overthrow the government and stuff like that. And lo and behold, now they doing it. You know what I mean? They wanted to overthrow the government. Like it was this close away from being a insurrection. Now they don't really say that too much, but they wanted to go that way. But if you give me fuel, why wouldn't I use it? I'm not gonna fight fair. I'm gonna fight to win, especially in that game.
Well, that's what they all are doing right now.
Have you seen the interview in the last couple of days with the chief of police at the Capitol for that day? Have you seen that?
The chief of the police.
I seen a little bit because he kind of was saying something like they didn't really help him out, right? I didn't watch, but I think I see what you're talking about.
He was kind of saying that they hung him out to dry. They didn't help him at all. He was dazed, and it was his own people that were hanging him out to dry, man. And that's how evil these Democrats are. Is they don't
both
care.
Sides. Like it's wrestling. One day Hulk Hogan got to be the man. The next day it's got to be Macho.
Come on.
You know what I mean? That's what it is. They throw the belt to each other, but they don't practice now. They don't practice a routine.
Well, that's why we got to get behind President Trump and jump off the top rope and snap him there to that guy laying on the floor.
Because he wants it all for himself. Like he wants it all for himself, guys. I mean,
I don't believe that because he can't take it.
I do, and that's like everybody say he's a everyday billionaire. No, he's not. He inherited that money. He's literally part of the 1%.
Right.
He used his father's name, that legacy to become anything.
Hold on, but he used that legacy to get into office. But when he got into office, he didn't. But no. He used that legacy. He used that legacy to help him out in his earlier career, not to get him in the office. Okay, and in his earlier career, he was able to build something himself. But guess what? He was part of the people who. Imagine being a billionaire and you're born into a silver spoon and everything. You would expect to have some vices, right? This dude ain't had no vices. He ain't smoke, he ain't drink, he ain't do none of that. He was just focusing on businesses and building relationships. And before he decided to run as a Republican president, this dude was friends with the entire world. Everybody wanted to drop his name in TV shows and movies and songs. This dude was appearing in Home Alone, on The Simpsons. You name it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being a celebrity, but being the president of the United States of America is a totally different thing.
But this is the thing. He took,
you know what I mean? It's totally different.
Yeah, he took his celebrity with him, is what he did, and he did nothing.
He shouldn't have. I think. See, that's what I'm saying. I think that fueled his lust and his desire for that constant attention. Like I can give you a prime example. Like when remember when LeBron James went to Miami? He said that. Remember that attitude and how, like, I think it's kind of that vibe. When people tell you the king for so long, you believe that you the king.
You know what?
And
but I mean, was anything that he was doing not warranted? I mean, because the dude was actually backing up his talk. If he said he was going to do something, he was doing it. It's just that he had so many haters at the time that what could he do?
But that's how the game going. It's not going to change. And now you put yourself into a smaller corner because, like you said, he been talking about. He been talking about the Republicans. You know, the Democrats not going to work with him. So you only really got that small section of Republicans. How you going to get anything done?
Here's the thing.
That's how the game gonna work when you get in. You can't just I'm a appoint a special counsel to do this and that. Like that's gonna take hearings. You know what I'm saying? You got to get these people confirmed. You might have them as acting secretaries or yada yada, but you only gonna be able to get so much done doing that if you don't get them confirmed.
Well, yeah, you're right about that, but it's going to take some doing, but people need to stop being stubborn. Everybody's just stuck to their flag. It's like Crip and Bloods. They don't care what the other side says. Oh, as a matter of fact, it's just like being a Redskin fan and a Philadelphia Eagle fan. I don't care how much, I'm just saying, I don't care how trash my team is. I'm repping my side no matter what. And they're just closed-minded, no objectivity whatsoever, no matter who's sinking the ship, Biden, or who's going to fix the ship and bring it back to where it needs to be. And a lot of people feel like Trump would do that because of his record, not because of his celebrity, not because of him being born into billions, but because of what he actually did when he got the job. That's it. When he got the job, he actually did it. He backed up his talk.
I mean, I hear what you, but like nothing. Like he said, the NAFTA, which was definitely good. And the one thing, okay, let me do this. Maybe the one thing I do
Hello,
agree with
can I
Trump
say
on.
something?
Yeah, you can go to.
Yeah. Hold up. Show yourself. I see your forehead.
Okay. Okay. What about now? Can you see me?
I can. I
You
can.
can't. You can't.
I can. I can still see your forehead and your eyebrows. Your eyebrows look nice, by the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
just tell it a little. Come on in a
Okay.
little bit.
So I don't know why you can't see my forehead because my camera's actually on, but I want to say this. Um, Trump said that he was going to protect America.
Right.
And the first thing that he did when he got inside of that office is he started putting things in place for the Americans. He started with the tariffs. That's the first thing he did. He put tariffs on everything. Oh, y'all taxing us for this? No, we're going to take that money back and we're going to give it to the Americans. I
But when you
seen
do
more
tariffs,
Americans. Hold
you
up,
charge.
just a second. So I seen more Americans get money that they initially invested in the American as Americans, period. And they were able to get their money. And then hold up, before
Let her cook.
we were supposed to get one more stimulus because other countries were getting stimulus for $2,000 per month per man, woman, and child in every household. Right? He told Nancy Pelosi, "Go big or go home." We made him look bad as a president when all he really wanted to do was make sure that the American people had what was rightfully theirs.
So
Now
you
I'm now
say
I'm now it's some things that I know because I know about his executive order 13986, which actually protects us and makes it so that we can go back and look for our bonds that's naturally ours. I also know about another executive order that he put into place because the Democrats wanted to make it mandatory that the American people get the COVID jab. He stepped in the way of that. He stepped in the way of that, and he said, "No, that's not how it works." And he created an executive order to protect those of us who did not want to get the jab. To get the jab, I'm just telling you, there's some things that I paid attention to, and I was not a Trump supporter.
yeah, but you know,
Sheena, you better
executive orders
preach.
are law, and they
I'm
can be
I'm telling
wiped
you,
away with the
it's
next
not that I'm
president.
not hearing you. It's not that I'm not hearing you. What I'm trying to get you to understand is that a lot of us have been set in our ways because our parents before us voted Democrat, our
Yes.
parents before them voted Democrat.
Yes.
I'm looking at the people, a lot of them say things to get in that seat. And once
Yes.
they get in the seat, they turn against the people that put them there. He didn't do that. Excuse me for being passionate,
You
but he
good.
didn't do
You
that.
good?
He did not do that. He didn't do that. And I'm going to tell you another thing. He took and donated his whole paycheck to charities. So he didn't take money from the American people. As a matter of fact, he
He
took a loss,
lost.
pocket loss.
He
He
Nah,
took
but
a
lost.
hold on a second,
pocket
guys.
loss
He
to
charged the
represent us.
CIA.
Oh
Wait,
my
he charged the
goodness.
CIA to stay there
Sheena,
and
you
not
better
Oh my
talk
infiltrate.
your.
goodness.
You better
I'm
talk,
talking
Sheena.
about I'm talking about it's a lot of things that we did not pay attention to.
Wait,
And
guys.
now we looking at certain things on TV now and in all honesty, it's pushing us back further.
Yeah, it
But
is.
when
It's not
hold on a
pushing us
second,
ahead.
he charged the CIA to stay in his hotels, and you know he was going to his hotels
Hey,
pretty much
Con.
like every week.
Hey,
Look,
He
Conron.
was
Hold on
charging the
one. Hold on one
CIA
second,
for that, so
Conron. Hold on
he
one second,
recouped the
Conron.
money. Like,
Conron. Conron. Hold on one second. I gotta do this for Sheena.
yeah, I'm sorry.
thank you, Van. But
No,
in all
thank you.
honesty,
Nah, thank
no,
you.
no, because seriously, I did not vote for Donald Trump. I
Me
would
neither.
not go and vote. That second time that him and Hillary was going head to head, I wouldn't go and vote. I
You didn't vote
wouldn't.
the second time,
No, not the second time, but I'm just saying when it
so you
came
didn't
up
vote for
for
Trump
him
at all.
for him to become president, I did not go and vote in 2020.
I mean, well, the first time around, I wouldn't
First
go
time,
and vote. I
2016.
But the
was like,
second
I'm
time
not
you
voting
voted,
for that. The
Yeah.
first
Biden.
time, I'm sorry, the first time
2016.
I
The
didn't
Yeah.
go
second
in
time.
2016. I didn't go and vote in 2016.
Yeah.
In 2020, I didn't vote either because he said that the election was going to be stolen. So I started listening. But then I started researching. See, we can't listen to what the news is telling us, because ever since I was a little girl, I've been getting, the TV really been pushing certain things on our
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now in the entertainment industry, they're pushing certain things on our people as young as our kids. I'm not with a child going to have a surgery. I'm not with that, because that's a child.
All right, Sheena. Sheena, can you do me a favor, please?
Hmm.
Don't go anywhere. Please don't go anywhere. I need your passion. Don't go anywhere because listen. You and Conron, y'all can go back and forth and everything, but I need for my man John to say one thing because
Go.
listen, he said no. No,
No,
John.
I understand, but in all honesty, it's the media that has us as a people against each other. It's only one race, and that's the human race.
Go ahead.
Right,
It's
right.
only one race.
We're
It's the
allowing him
human
to
race.
do it though.
There's no black and white. And with Donald Trump, there was no black and white. Please, there was no black and white. It was no
Conron,
black and white.
listen, man. She's
It was
telling the
no
truth,
black and
bruh.
white.
But why
Please
didn't he
go
pass
back
it?
and look.
Let me
Please
ask you a
go.
question.
I'm
Hold on a
I,
second.
I,
Hold on
I'm
a second.
telling you. Please
Hold
go
on a
back
second.
and look, because I'm
Let me
telling
ask you.
you.
Hold on.
I'm telling you.
Let me ask you.
Go
Why
ahead,
don't y'all think
Conron.
he passed the platinum plan?
Go ahead,
Because he could have
Conron.
passed that. Why didn't he pass the platinum plan?
What's the platinum plan?
You didn't hear about the platinum plan that he right before the election he started touting it about giving black people 500,000 and all
Hmm.
these resources. It was almost like he was dangling a carrot in front of us.
Hold on,
He
the
said he's
platinum
going to
plan.
pass it, but he after the election I'm gonna pass. But see, I
I can
think
give
if
you
he'd
my.
have passed that and shut down the country for 3 months of COVID, he would have won the election easily, easily.
But here's the
If he
thing.
would have said like I'm sorry, like remember when he came out and said we're gonna be fine around February, early February. If he said we're gonna shut down the country till July the 4th, and then we're gonna open up this bad mamma jammer, celebrate the USA, and then did the platinum plan, he would have won.
Now, what's the platinum plan exactly again? What's
So
that
the
again?
platinum plan was a plan initiated by Ice Cube and Van Jones. He took some of those talking points, and him and Van Jones and Jared Kushner came up with this agreement for black people, the betterment of black people.
Hmm.
It should be on his campaign thing. I can't remember all the bullet points of the
Hmm.
plan, but it was like money allocated for its resources.
Hmm.
But he never passed it. You see what I'm saying? You're a Trump supporter. You
But
didn't
but
even know that.
no, I want to know exactly what it is because I'm thinking that
What?
maybe when he was elected, then he realized what
But
was
see,
in the budget
this
and
is
what
what
he
I'm
could
saying.
do with the money.
When he started talking about it, he had the Senate to pass it, and the Congress would have passed it because it would have helped black people. So the House and the Senate, he could have passed it, but he just kind of, like I said, dangled it in front of people, in front
Uh,
of black people. Like, as soon as you reelect me, I'm going to pass the platinum plan. And
question: Didn't he do?
it went nowhere.
Didn't he do more for HBCUs than President Barack
No,
Obama in his whole two
he
terms?
didn't because he said he was going to do it,
He
but he cut
actually
it off.
did.
No, no. Look on the reach around when you had to
You said
allocate
on the
the
reach
money.
around.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying when you had to literally allocate the money to
Uh-huh.
those HBCUs, he cut that off.
So
So
you're saying
he
he
could make
promised
it
it.
like he's. I will give him credit. He's a great trickster. He knows how to make a card look like a brick. He knows how
So
to do that to folks.
so you're saying
You know
that
what I'm saying? But he could say this one thing. Go and look it up. Like the black HBCUs, they didn't get no money. Biden then, once he got in office, he reallocated it or started
no.
that process up again.
Nah, you
Okay.
saying
Oh,
Biden
why would I
gave more
lie? Why
money
would
to
I lie?
HBCUs than
Okay.
Trump? You look, that's a lie, bro. Come on, bro.
Okay.
Come
Look it
on,
up.
man.
Look it up. Look it up.
I will. I
When it
will.
was time
Somebody
to
find that for
allocate the
me.
funds to the HBCU on the federal levels, Trump cut that off.
Hey, hold on 1 second, Conron. John, you've been in this joint and you did not. I want you to speak, bro.
Let
Just
me see.
now, you good, bro. You good.
Hey, how you doing, man? First off, I just want to say, man, I've been watching your stuff for a while, and I really like it. I mean, you do a good job.
Oh, much love, man. Much
Uh,
love, bro.
Look, man, I think we need to get off of the whole black white thing. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't look at it like that anymore. Biden, uh, I will keep it as clean as I can because I know you like it friendly. Um, he's garbage, man. He ain't done nothing for this country. Look at it. It straight went to hell in a
Trash.
handbasket. You know what I mean? And then what if Trump or like Vivek get in there? They're going to try to put Gavin Newsom in there. That's going to be their answer. What? Look at California.
Californians.
That's who we want to run our country. I'm sorry. We're all going to live in tents by the end of the day.
Well, they're.
I
I mean, if Cali is accepting of everything, and that's where the country is right now. They're accepting of. Let's make up this and let's make up that,
ex-
and let's give people this
exactly,
when we don't have a pot. We don't even have a pot of money anymore. But let's give it to people. Let's give people what we don't have. Put us
exactly.
in a worse situation.
And then you got this guy. My mom lives 150 miles away from Maui, where the fires are, and this guy doesn't even care about it. He's more worried about sending money to Ukraine. I mean, how much money have we given to Ukraine when we got all these homeless people over here and cities burning down?
Well, you know what I mean. It's what can you do? What would you do if you was in his position?
If I was Biden,
Yeah, yeah.
I ain't gonna touch that one, man. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, but honestly, I don't even know if Trump's the answer. Like, I think maybe Vivek might be. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm saying his name right because
What about
you know what I mean?
Cornel West?
I mean, Vivek is making a whole lot of promises too. He says that he's going to make sure that he arrests everybody that's trying to arrest Trump at the moment.
Yeah.
How can you can't promise that?
Well,
You
no,
can't
you
promise that.
can't promise that. That's the whole thing. I don't think you should go in there and make big promises,
Yeah,
but I like some of his policies. And I notice he's talking about policies and not so much just what's going on in the
yeah,
media right now.
yeah.
And
And
it seems like he like you said, he's almost like a Joe Biden. He adapts to whatever people want to hear. I think you know what I
yeah,
mean.
and it's
Unfortunately,
scary. I mean, like I said, I don't know. The country's crazy right now, man, and I
I tell
think
you what. Let's just do this. If I don't vote for Biden, y'all don't vote for Trump. We pick somebody.
See, and that's what they
uh,
want you to do.
yeah,
They
exactly.
I'm
And
serious.
this whole
You know
this
what?
whole race thing, I just want to say something about it because I grew up in the night and I don't look at people by race. You know what I'm saying? Like when I talk to you, I don't see race. You know what I'm saying? Like we're just two people talking, and
Exactly.
that's what they want, man. They're
Yeah,
trying to
that's
drive
what they
us
don't want
apart.
us just seeing each other as equals. Yes, Steph, you
at
absolutely
all.
right now.
At all. At all.
I
That's
agree
why we
with
got
you
to
on
put God first before anything. And a lot of times people are dismissing God out of their lives. They think that they're smarter than God. And I think that that's cute because most of us, like, I don't care how intelligent you are. And I'm telling you this right now, you are not smarter than God. You can count how many seeds are in an apple, but you can't count how many apples are in a seed. God can do that. He's the only one that can do that. But we need to give him credit. We need to give him praise, glory, and honor for everything that he has done for us. And if we are leading with gratitude, we don't have any room, we don't have any time to be against each other. We will look at each other as humans, humanity first. But a lot of times we're trained and conditioned to look at each other and see the differences and just fight and bitch and moan about stuff that ain't going to help us. And this is BS, man.
Exactly.
you.
I agree
You know
with
what?
you, man. One hundred
The funny
percent.
thing is about differences. Like I never looked at it as a bad thing. I looked at it as a way of seeing things differently. Like if you making an egg, you might want your egg sunny side up. I might want mine scrambled, but it's still an egg at the end of
With
the
a
day.
little cheese in
With a little bit of
Yeah,
cheese,
yeah,
a little bit of cheese.
it. Gotta have the
Yeah.
yeah,
cheese.
yeah. So I mean, like that's how I looked at it. But you have a lot of people don't see like you can learn something that you may not have never learned by just having the open mind. But
Right.
Unfortunately, it's so like
Yeah,
I'm
like
right,
you
so
just
you
said,
have
a
to be
lot of
wrong
people
type of
don't have that no more.
yeah, yeah, you're
They're
absolutely
caught
right.
up in this woke stuff, and you know,
Well, people are caught up in algorithm. We wanna always be told we're right. And if we can't be told we're right, at least the machine will tell us we're right because every time we turn it on, it's showing us nothing but
I'm a
things that we're
human being,
interested in.
man. That I want to have a little flaws. I can mess up sometimes, can't I?
see,
You should be
You know
able
what
to.
I mean?
I listen to
I may
people
look
like
perfect, but I am not. You know?
I
My
sit
man,
here
Khan.
and I listen to people like you. I watch all your stuff with you know what I'm saying, everything you say, and I watch you. I watch, and I don't know if I can say it, Crowder, like
Crowder, you talking about Steven Crowder?
yeah,
Yeah, you can.
big
For
Even on
some
some,
reason, they banned that dude. Oh man, they doing him dirty, bro. They
yeah,
doing him dirty, man.
big fan of him, man. And a lot of people don't listen to him, and they should, because you get a lot of information.
He's very intelligent.
Yeah, he is. But like I said, man, I'm not going to take up all your time. I've been listening to you for like the last year or so, man, and I like your content. And,
Well, John, I want to say to you, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you supporting the channel and supporting what we're doing. You are helping the channel grow. We are
oh
almost
yeah.
at 1 million, guys. We are
Hey,
almost
nice
at a
meeting you.
congratulations, man.
million.
Nice meeting you,
Congratulations.
Conscious.
Like, share, and subscribe, everybody.
Hey,
Hey,
let me tell
man.
you something. But before you go, John, thank you, Conron. I appreciate it. Appreciate that. Before you go, I just want to say this. This channel, honestly, the best part of it is being able to communicate with people all over the world that I don't know, and we come from different experiences. So obviously, we're gonna have different perspectives. But as long as we are drawing a bridge with one another and not burning it before
Exactly.
we even know what's on the other side, you know what I mean? We're doing some good. This is us doing some good. So this is what I love about this.
Before I go, man, like I said, I think we all need to unite. If we unite, man, we'll take them down, man,
Yes.
and we'll change this country. And
We'll
like I
change
said,
the world.
out here from Columbus, Ohio, repping them Buckeyes, man, we love
OH10,
you.
I'm from Akron. I'm from
Oh
Akron.
yeah,
OH10 in the building.
there you go, man. Hell yeah. I'm sorry, but
You good, man. All right, man. All right,
hey,
Big John.
nice meeting you, man.
Likewise, homie. You have a good one,
All
all
right, man.
right?
Be
You
safe, man.
too, bud.
That's what I'm talking about. So we got great people all over the world that support the channel, and I feel blessed, man. I feel blessed. Hey, Conron, I'm gonna bring.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
I'm
go
about to
nowhere
get up
yet,
out of
man,
here, man.
because you done started something. I got somebody else who gets on my nerves that just now pulled up. He gets on everybody's nerves. As a matter of fact, he is the villain of the LFR family. I'm gonna bring him up in a little bit too, but I gotta bring up some. Hold on, I got some other people up in here that I gotta bring up.
Yeah, no,
Because
no. I was just about to get out. I want to,
okay,
it's been a great conversation, man. Thank
okay.
you so much for allowing me on, man. I want to hog up all your time, but I'm gonna be coming back. I'm gonna be, and we gonna keep talking like this, man. You
I
great show, man.
I appreciate it, big dog, and I'm gonna tell you before you leave. Thank you so much for all of the value that you've added to the channel.
Oh man, thank you
Period,
for
man.
having me, man.
And like I
Thank
said
you, man.
before, this is not an echo chamber. I don't want a whole lot of people around me that's just going to echo and make me feel good about what I already believe. I would rather be challenged and go and do my research. And then next time you pull up, I'm going to be ready.
I
You
know
ask me.
that's right. I know that's right, man. Thank you so much. I'm gonna be pulling back up too, man. You always
What?
on around this time?
Nah, man. I'm trying to get on the schedule, but I'm a little I'm a little selfish with my time. When my wife
I'm,
call, I'm gone. When my son call,
hey,
I'm
what?
gone.
Yeah, you got it. Hey, this just part time until you really blow up. But
Yes,
I
sir.
feel you, man. But I got you in my queue, so I'm gonna be checking you out.
Thank you, brother.
Dropping comments, man.
Thank you, man. Much love to you and your family.
All right, man. Keep up the great work.
All right, peace, bro.
Peace.
All right. All right. So hold on one second. Hold on one second. I'm trying to daggone. I got my daggone wife. Hold on. As soon as I say my wife, she called me. My gracious. What's up, babe?
What should I do about coming in the house?
Oh, he's still out there working.
Yeah.
Okay. Just is he he's still in the driveway?
No, but it's a ladder in the middle of the driveway.
All right. So just park right behind. Well, park right across from his truck. Matter of fact, park in front of his truck.
Okay.
And I'll pull you into the garage whenever I'm done down here. All right. All right, so hold on one second. Hold on one second, guys. I'm still trying to get this situated. Every time I'm live for well, I only been live for an hour and a half, and it's already acting foolish. And I got more people pulling up. And again, guys, thank y'all so much for stopping by, for being a part of what we're doing. And I will get this right momentarily. I am trying. Something been going on with my CPU and my GPU, and I'm trying to make sure that I upgrade so that I can not have these situations where I don't know what in the world is happening to this here. All right. So before that go, we got my brother, a silent killer, up in here. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Can you hear me, silent killer?
What's up, bud? How you doing, brother?
I'm blessed and highly
Can
favored.
you hear me, bub?
Yeah, hold on one second. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you very well.
Is it is there an echo?
Hold on one second. Yeah, slight echo, but I'm getting rid of that now. And if you're listening to me on speakers or something, and everything I say is coming through that, then you might get an echo that way. So I mean, but if it's bothering you, then you can pop out, pop back in, see if that works. But if it's not bothering you, feel free to just move forward, my brother. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to close this other window, man.
Roger
Just
that. I don't know how well you can hear me, but I'd first of all like to say we need to give our all of our attention and surrender our souls and our spirits to Christ Jesus. I did that say about maybe 12 years ago. Caught a lot of persecution for it, and caught a lot of flack, but I got a lot of love too. So that's the first thing that I wanted to say.
bless you for that.
Secondly, on Trump, there's a lot of misinformation out there about our. I'm sorry about that. We got a delay. I apologize.
Listen, don't let that bother you, man. That's Satan trying to bother you with delay. Don't let it bother you. Please don't let that bother you, man, because you are on it. You are putting out some good verbiage right now,
Copy
and I
that.
need that.
All right, I'm going to continue, Bubba. So the misinformation that's been put out on our our brother Trump is the fact that, well, first, there was the whole, obviously, we know the Steele dossier, how that was made up. Then we heard Russia, Russia, Russia. And we knew that that was a carfuffle. So once we found out that all the stuff was false and all the information that we were given on both sides, from whether it was Fox, whether it was CNN, whether it was, heck, even some of our favorite influencers on these topics, like on YouTube or Rumble, we were given some misinformation on the good stuff and the bad stuff, brother. The bad stuff we were given bad and misinformation on was the vaccines and stop me if I'm going to get you. If anything I say, any buzzwords are going to get caught and get you deplatformed or get you flagged.
You're fine
Again,
as
we
long
do
as you
have a
don't.
delay, so just if you cut me off, that's fine. As far as speech goes, to tell me something, I'm okay with that. But the bad stuff was when we found out about the vaccines and we found out about safe and effective, and we found out about all these things that were supposed to be true. And what they came up with online to us was people didn't know that back in 2010, Event 201. I don't know if anybody knows about Event 201. It came out in 2010. And when they came out with Event 201, there's a 3 hour. It was 3 hours. You don't need to watch all 3 hours. All the information that you need is in hour one, and it's going to be in the first 30 minutes of hour one. And they came up with a fictitious virus known as coronavirus, or
Oh
uh,
Lord.
um, uh, they didn't call it. What did they call it? They called it SARS coronavirus 19, and they said it was a uh, oh god, what is the name of the this? It was basically a fictitious a bunch of things that got us a whole bunch of bacterias, viruses, and different things that were brought together to make this fictitious thing. And they wanted to know all the smartest minds and all the brightest people in the world how long it would take to get everything back under control. Everything was under the guise of fictitiousness. So once we got Event 201 logged in our memory banks and put back there, we then moved forward down the timeline towards coronavirus, and we started coming up with the White House telling us about oh god, who was it? Was Napolitano, the Department of Justice teaming up with Walmart. And if you notice, the whole see something, say something thing, and 6 feet apart, and no one knew about us telling God, who was it? It was under Barack Obama. It was Dr. Fauci, and it was Wuhan. Barack Obama and Dr. Fauci went to North Carolina. Did you
I'm
say something,
telling
brother?
no. I'm in here listening to you, but and you're pretty much schooling us on what's going on. But I am afraid the entire time you're talking because I'm kind of annoyed because what you're talking about. Can you hear me?
Roger that, sir. I'll go ahead and I'll scale it back. I apologize.
No, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. You're military, ex-military. Are you military?
No, sir. A lot of people that I train with, I've been training for 28 years with a lot of veterans.
Hmm.
These guys, they have schools. You have to pay money, 8, 10, $7,000. These things are not cheap, and rightfully so. You get a certification of completion when you're done, and in that particular field, these people will vouch for you. And if you want to do private security overseas, and that's what I'm working for. But right now, I'm just a bricklayer. Um, but I
You're
have,
just
but
a
I train with
bricklayer.
these guys, and they have taught me. I've spent a lot of money with them, and they taught me a lot of skill sets that could help save a lot of Americans. And to be honest with you, I'll never be one of those guys. I'll never be any good as them. But what I can do is take what I've learned from them and make them and myself a force multiplier. But
Absolutely.
just the lingo comes from being around them so much. And I apologize about anything that I've been saying that
Let me tell you
again
something.
that's going to get you flagged. Or if I sound, I don't want anybody in the military community to ever think that I'm ever on any stolen valor.
No, let me tell you something, General. I think that you're on point. Please don't apologize. I was just asking because I was just getting that vibe that you were military or ex-military, and I was wrong. But that's it. But that's it. And I just want to say also, thank you so much, Jimmy Luke, for this contribution. I
Understood,
really
sir.
appreciate it, and thank you for letting Conron know about the and letting Davon know that Trump did more in the HBCU realm. All right, go ahead, my brother.
Okay. And so I'm gonna I'm gonna be very careful on what I say
Okay.
from here forward, because again, this is a great channel. It's good to see a good brother, a Christian brother.
Oh, bless you, man.
Woo!
Bless
For
you.
Jesus,
Bless
a
you.
Christian brother
God is
doing
good.
what you're doing and reaching so many people across every freaking corner of this planet, and ain't got no racism, ain't got no agenda, and I'm so proud of you,
Hey, that's
man.
what God
God
want us to
bless you,
do,
bro.
right? That's what God want. That's what God want us to do. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Okay, you can speak. I'm not going to interrupt
Yes,
anymore.
sir.
Okay.
Roger that. Okay, so what I was saying as far as the whole 2010 with the what the heck is event 201, and then when I went to the whole North Carolina thing, when they gave that to the WH, we won't call it by name, but when
Okay.
we gave it to WH over in our far east, if you will, they gave it to them, and when they gave that to them, God, we want to fast forward to 2018. 2018. I don't know if you know of GOF. That way I don't get you striked.
Okay.
GOF.
All right.
When you gain on stuff and then you have a certain function of things, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Got you.
All right, brother. So when they did that, they were basically trying to come up with a way to stop all sicknesses with one shot. Unfortunately, they screwed up on that, and a leak got out. Now, when that happened, they had to cover it up, and when in order to get that cover up to stick, they had to do what they did, which unfolded and played right before our eyes. I don't know if this is making any sense because I'm redacting a lot of stuff because I don't want to get you in any trouble.
No,
But
I'm
I
getting.
will end on that one, and then on the misinformation on the good stuff, we got Donald Trump told us that he said he was a Second Amendment president. When he told us that, I was all for it. On top of all the good things he has been doing for us in this first 2 years. The last 2 years, he was being scrutinized and didn't really have a chance to get any traction on anything. But the first 2 years, brother, my man said, if you remember during red flag gun law talk, my man said, and I quote, take the guns first. No, 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 no. Take the guns first. Due process second. Due process takes too long. At that point right there, I was livid.
He lost you
And
at that point.
I then had to watch out where I put my trust.
And I need
That's a
that
big thing
information.
for me.
I
And
definitely.
with that, I will relent and let you retort.
No, no, no. I definitely need that information because